My name is AlHebsi. I am a success and career coach, a blogger, and author. What inspires me in life is all those women who didn't have the courage to believe in themselves and jump to the other side of the fence to make their dreams a reality. Who supported me in my journey? Well, it's my inner wisdom, my intuition, because it kept on asserting to me all the time, I can make it happen. I can become successful one day, inspire others by doing something worthwhile in life. So I just kept on doing what I'm doing. My message to the community is believe in yourself, don't underestimate your dreams. You can always do it if you just believe in yourself and go for it.
Hello, and thank you all for tuning to the firedup Virtual Summit, Day 2. My name is AlHebsi, and I help people define what success means to them and then achieving that success by turning it into simple, actionable steps using my ultimate success blueprint. I wanted to talk to you today about how can you activate your success by tapping into the power of branding. Let me first ask you, are you aware that you already own a brand? Yes, that's true. And this brand is your own name. Now, what you do with your name, or rather, how you choose to portray it consciously or unconsciously, determines your brand image and reputation that will be known publicly. That include all the things that you choose to do or not to do to build your brand name. As you already know, many popular brand names that we know and use are actually names of people who were initially like you and me. But what turned those names into successful brands is the consistent, focused efforts that those people have dedicated to establish their brand names, mostly through a product, a service, or a combination of both. They then continued gaining traction through establishing trust between them and their clients by capitalizing on their product or services' unique selling points and providing them with innovative solutions for their problems. Again, the secret word here is consistency. By consistently doing this over and over, the brand owner masters his or her craft by continuing to make necessary tweaks, and the brand gains goodwill from the public. That, of course, doesn't happen overnight and requires perseverance and commitment while keeping your clients at the heart of your brand and listening to them. Now, quite interestingly, after some time of consistently doing this, your product or service tend to work in the background and people will start coming to you because of the power of your brand, not the product or service per se. This is what I call the power of branding that I invite each one of you to experience at some point in your life. Not only as a consumer to someone else's great product, service, or brand, but I would like to invite you to be at the giving end of this experience. You own a brand, which is your own name already. You just need to identify what is it that you would like to offer to this world that is going to make people's life better. Who are those people? I mean, who are your target market or niche, and what are their characteristics? I find it very sad when a lot of smart people spend their entire life working very hard in companies that don't give them even 25% of what they deserve back, whether that was materialistic rewards or simply the recognition that they deserve for such an amazing work. I, like many other professionals out there, was in that place at some point of my career and felt that I'm being exploited and that I reached a dead end. The idea of having a savior who will save them and give them justice feels intriguing to many people, and that's why they continue living in denial and carry on with what they have been already doing, regardless of the many alarms and signs they encounter. Well, I apologize to be the bad person who will burst your bubble and give you the wake up call that says you've got to be your own savior and do things differently. No one else is going to come from outside to do this service for you. The sooner you realize this, the better for your future and the less disappointments you are going to face. Whether you are a working professional or an entrepreneur, branding is the name of the game. Many entrepreneurs understand that and work on their branding endeavors. The issue here is with working professionals who think their work performance and deliverables will substitute the much needed branding efforts. No, and a big no. As a working professional, you need to work on your branding even more. You all saw what happened 2 years back with the outburst of the pandemic. You don't want to wait for such thing to happen to start telling people about who you are, your achievements, and contributions. As a working professional, you must have a game plan. Your time during your working life should be planned as 50-50, wherein the first 50% you dedicate towards your job, learning and acquiring the necessary skills and knowledge that will enable you to deliver successful organizational outcomes and build a professional reputation. Whereas your second 50% of your time, you need to invest in long term planning your life mission, establishing your personal and professional brand in various ways. Like I mentioned in my Fired Up story about what I've personally done while I was working to build the power of my brand and shared in my branding roadmap to help any of you get started on your branding journey. Unfortunately, most working professionals don't pay attention to the second 50% until they suffer some career related shock or trauma, like layoff or severe mental or physical illness. The fact that you are working for another organization doesn't mean that you neglect your own welfare and think about your best interest. Both actually are not contradictory, like many employers makes you feel when you try to do something useful for yourself and your future. In fact, if your employer is acting weird about your branding endeavors, especially if that is not affecting your work performance in any way, you've got an even bigger reason to continue building your personal and professional brand. Don't ever put yourself in such a vulnerable position because you owe it to yourself, your loved ones, and your future. If you choose balance, you can always get the best of both worlds while establishing for your future and taking serious steps towards your dreams. Start with small baby steps towards success today by adopting my ultimate success blueprint by clicking below this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my social media channels and YouTube to get regular career tips. And remember, what gets seen gets sold. And that's true for both products and people. So, thank you for your time, and I'm looking forward to see you all on my side of the fence, where each of you have truly owned your own brand and have taken some serious steps towards your success and happiness. All the best and stay safe. With love, Muna AlHebsi.